What's up, strength and flavor. What's up, y'all? My name is Roland, B-Boy Roland Blunts, representing Las Vegas, Battleborn crew. I've been doing this since I was 9 years old. Man, that's a... I don't know. It makes me... It's funny that you asked. I love that question because I trip out on it, man. I really do trip out on it because when you're a father, there's so much to it. Where do I begin? Okay, as a b-boy, you want to sleep all day, you want to eat what you want to do what you do, you want to just get to the gym, get to practice. Let me be honest, all that ends quick, yo. Then you got to realize that it's a test. It becomes a test. It becomes this dance, and everybody else around you, it starts asking you, can you do this? And when I say can you do this, no, I'm not saying can you do this move if you try it over and over. Can you make it? Can you dedicate yourself to go to practice? That question gets bigger and bigger and bolder as you go, you know, because there's things that's going to come along, you know, school, hope to God that you graduate, college, high school, whatever, middle school, drugs, girls, pregnancy. There's so much to it, yo. I see many people go down in more reasons than one, and more reasons than those. It's just, there's a balance to it, yo. You gotta ask yourself, there's a point in time in this, in breaking, where the things around you actually help you. The struggles around you actually help you. There's people that give up. Just don't. When I say that, it's, I mean this, like, I cherish moments of breaking, I cherish sleep now, and I cherish little times that I get with my kids and with breaking, because honestly, breaking does take a lot of your time, but if you manage it, it can be healthy. Meaning, you can bring your kids to practice, you can sacrifice a little bit of sleep, maybe jump on a poly sleep cycle, maybe sleep every 20 minutes like all the geniuses did. Be a Leonardo da Vinci. Do something. Balance. If you really love it, you're going to make it work. Don't... It makes me slap my head. Is that what SMH means? I'm always tripping out on that. But it makes me slap on my head. Like when I face palm myself when I hear stories about other people, why they quit breaking, why they stopped. They don't have to, dude. But it's... You're not the one to judge them, you know. You shouldn't be the one like, hey man, you should be able to do this. But I'm going to tell you right now, it's possible. You can do it, man. I work 40 hours a week. I have 2 kids. One of them's crying right now. I got to go get him. I got this guy. You know, I got this house. I got, you know, being a full-time b-boy, full-time father, you know, and a full-time employee, hustler, all that, dude. It all takes a toll on you, but you can't give up. It really is possible, and like I said, it does make you better. It really does make you stronger if you just allow it to. Right now, dude, I'm so tired, yo. I gotta work at 5:30, but you know what? When I get to practice, I keep that in mind, and I have these kids with me at practice. Keep that in mind. I make my hour practice. I make you anything. My hour practice is more productive than your 2 or 3 hour practice in what I do. And then when I'm there for 3 hours, what I've done is worth more than 8 hours, you know. It's what I do, it's what I make of it. The innocence still exists in breaking. I love it. You know, it's something that you get to do and have a chance to remember why you do it. But the availability of it, it's just everywhere. You know, you could feel the way you want to feel about it. It's kind of like, you know, how do you feel when you see something, when you see too much of it? You know, it's a real test of how much you really like it, how much you really love it. But my opinion is that the mystery of it is all gone. It's gone. You know what I mean? I saw a clip today, some b-boy in his shower, whatever, you know, I could see him fiddling his fingers, you know what I mean, anytime I want to. So, I don't know, like back in my day, what I'm trying to get to is that, man, there was a moment where everybody was somebody in breaking, you know what I mean? Like, there was a chance that you get to go, you know, you get to go to a jam and see your heroes, you know what I mean, and that you've been waiting to see forever. Spending, you know, saving all your money that your mom gave you, you know, in high school, not even to eat, just to go to that jam, you know. Now you could do whatever you want. You could just not even go to the jam and sit behind your, I got a computer over there, you know what I mean, I'm gonna go practice, you know what I mean, but some people, that's their practice, you know. There's a lot about it, you know. Been doing this since I was 9. I've been through the innocence. I've been through the competition of it. I've been through the cipher of it, the evolution. You know what I mean? Where I've seen where it can go and where, you know, where it has gone. You know what I mean? And I've seen where we've messed up, and I see where we keep messing up. But at the same time, it's all part of a growth. You know, it's like a graph. You know, as you're going backwards, you're going forward still, or as you're going down, you're still going up. If you step back and take a big picture of it all, it's a beautiful thing that we do. You know, regardless of what we've done and how we've done to get where we are, I think breaking is going to be the most, you know, it's still the dance of the future. It belongs to us.
And how do you think it compares this generation to the old generation? Just like what you said.
Man, it compares to me, man. It's a huge difference. Like, to be honest, like the respect's gone too. Like, it's really gone, man. Like, you know, you ask any b-boy that's been breaking for the past, let's look them up. For the past 8 years, that's pretty long, right? You know what I mean? I've been breaking for 8 years. You know what I mean? That means, you know what I mean, you're breaking since, say, you were 20, and now you're almost 30. You know what I mean? But that's not that long, man. There's people in that generation alone that lost respect for, you know, or just lost, period. You know, they just forgot where all of this came from. You know, like, I used to think about what I wanted to say because I used to see my heroes at a jam, you know, and like now I don't see that being done anymore, you know. It's weird, like the feeling that I used to get back in the day is not there. It's that, and I used to ask other b-boys and other people about the same feeling too. Like, it's that feeling you get where you were so excited to be somewhere. Like, God, I can't even compare it anymore. It's like you're so desensitized to feelings nowadays, and awe, or, you know, awe is, you know what I mean? Like, we could stop what we're doing, and as I'm speaking, there's probably gonna be a clip right here. This guy doing one-hand hops, fucking, you know what I mean, down to his air chair, back up, bouncing off his head, and he ends up in this weird double air chair freeze. I swear to God, if I seen that long time ago, I would have quit breaking. Or not even, I don't know if I would have quit, but I didn't know how I would look at it, you know. I would blow my mind, but just, the major thing that has changed is, like I was saying, the availability, and now we're desensitized to real skill and talent, you know what I mean? It's almost like we were forgetting where this all came from in comparison to what I remember from back in the day, you know? Actually taking it seriously, you know, when you take it, you gotta take it seriously, because you can't ride on, you know, you could only ride on your talent, you know, for anything for so long. You know what I mean? Like, when I say that, I mean, you know, everything comes with practice. Everything comes perfect with practice, you know, and just training and just refining it. Like, back then, I used to be able to just, you know, just do it I really didn't know what I was doing, but I knew I had talent and I had strength, and I was able to mimic things that I saw around me. And then it actually, after that, it just stacks and it just becomes different, and it grows and evolves. And if you watch it carefully and take care of it, you'll get really good at it. But then when battles come, then all of a sudden, when you throw battles into the mix, that's where a whole nother experience level comes in. When you're young, when you're a kid and you start battling, you really don't know where it's gonna get you or how it's gonna make you feel when you're done. You don't really. But actually, that's a lot of the glories in the battles in the ciphers, and I'm not talking about competition. It's getting out there and stepping into that where everybody else is dancing and showing what you got, and anything can happen at that moment. So back then, when I look back, I didn't care about it. I didn't really take it that seriously. It's different now. Like, I used to just go to a jam just to do it, get called out, or call out somebody. It was something different. But you still do that now. But as me being older, when I want, what I focus on when I go compete, or if I'm trying to catch some wreck in a cipher, I don't go unprepared. If it's a cipher, if I want to just go in cipher, I stretch and warm up at my boy's house or in my garage. I'll stretch before I go in. You know what I mean? Like, I want to look like I'm ready to cipher. There's people that know how to do it, but what I do, because my bones and my body works different. I'll go in and I'll just focus on the main goal. But lately, I've been doing. But I love competing, like real competitions, money, and stage performance, and like, I love it. I feed off that. I'm a freaking attention hog, and I love it. But what I do to train for those big battles nowadays, I'm a lot more focused. From what I was saying earlier, I'm a lot more focused. I know what I want to do when I get to practice. I know that nowadays you got to come hard. If you want to win, or if you want to do good, get recognized, above and beyond everybody else, you got to take what you were talented at and actually take it seriously. So what I do, I'll just train hard, man, and just run my moves over and over. I'll battle. My crew's called Battleborn. I try to practice every single day before a battle. Actually, I don't even try to go all practice a month, because if I practice every day, I stay ready. I don't binge practice. I don't like that. I try to stay consistent through the years of breaking. Like for the past 5 years, I've probably been consistently breaking every single day, like 95%, 85 to 95% of the time of my life in the span of 5 years. Really, because just like Stilo said, you don't have to get ready if you stay ready. Peace and love, man. Take care. But when I say that, it allows me to go to practice and just stay totally focused. But there's other factors in that. I got my kids. I got to get to work in the next day. But got to just work on my strength, consistency, and battle my boys. Oh man, B-Boys coming up. Wow, everywhere in the world. I say everywhere in the world. Everybody, we all share this, man. This is our language. This is for everybody. We all speak it. We all gotta get better at it. Your punctuation, your grammar, your history of it. This is a learning experience, guys. This is something. Right now, this is.
Can we go louder?
This is the time to actually take it seriously, because this is the greatest moment in our b-boy career and in our b-boy lives. We have this. Back then, it was so hard to gain history, to learn what went around. But right now, there's so much footage going around. There's so much media. There's so much ways to actually read on this. And if you filter to all that bullshit that you see and read, and there's truth everywhere, but it's harder now. It's harder to see it, because there's so much BS around you, So my message is, man, stay focused on what this dance really is about. It's harder at the same time to do that, but it's easier now because it's so abundant. It's right here for you, yo. Take it, filter through it, and just make it for what it's yours. But do not forget the word respect, yo. Like, that's my biggest, my biggest gripe about it, because don't forget the people who started for you. This is such a selfish dance, Nobody can copyright this, just because homeboy made a mad power moves or style of footwork, it can't be copywritten. So the longer it is, like, the longer you leave it unrespected and not recognized, and you're not gonna remember where it really came from. You're not gonna love. It's gonna get lost, This is an original dance, and not a lot of people can claim, what they've done to it, but you could help carry it if you accept it and respect it like that. Please, I had a kid come up to me recently, and it actually soothed and warmed my heart, and warmed my heart to think about it. Think about it like this. This kid went up to me and asked me, like, "Yo, Roland, you're dope, and been seeing you break since I was a kid. Everybody calls me a biter, and I want to know if you think I am." And I didn't know how to answer that, It was weird, but the kid did his thing in front of me, and I just told him, what I'm trying to tell you is, you got to know where it all came from and respect it, and that's all I ask of you.